And we are underway in Buffalo. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's 2nd and 10. Bradley wants to throw it. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Well, the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He is an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd down and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Allen now on the sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
The more and more that we broadcast games, the more I realize how much this game is about the eyes. And in this case, they got fooled because the defense was checking out the eyes of the back, thinking he was getting the ball. Should have been looking at the QB, shouldn't they?
A little bit of a surprise indeed, and he was able to get forward for that 1 yard. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here's Allen to throw it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and that'll be 2nd down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Allen now looks to throw. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And this is picked up by the Saints.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. Remember last time out, they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. 2nd down and 8. Here's Rattler. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And a 3rd down and 6 to go.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Rattler. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
First down.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First down, Saints.
That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They're trying to continue that trend here this afternoon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And the catch made by Johnson. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. In motion goes the tight end. Now Rattler. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks, 30 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. Groupie able to add the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing now is Allen. That's taken in. It's Keon Coleman. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Allen. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now Allen. It's caught by Coleman. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brings up 3rd down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Allen taking it himself. And he is going to have the Bills first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. Now this time, Allen will throw. Open man is Palmer. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Allen going to throw. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
A gain of 7 brings up second and goal at the 1-yard line.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Bills are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Quick move by Miller. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And now the Saints get set to trot out there.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. These two teams all tied after 1. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. From the shotgun, Rattler. They'll get this out to Kamara. So the completion good for 6 yards. And 3rd and 8 now.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Back to Kamara for another catch.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a gain of 10. And a Saints first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
In motion, the tight end. Kamara trying to right side. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That was Terrell Bernard navigating his way to the backfield and dropping him for a loss.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
To the air is Rattler. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
From the gun, here's Rattler. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his fourth down call.
Here comes the Saints punter now.
Back deep for Buffalo, Brandon Codrington.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds. Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Throw left side complete. That's Palmer. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for a Bills first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now Allen. That's again complete to Palmer. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Here's Allen. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll give the Cook out of the gun. Oh, good move.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I think what we just saw their partner was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
And now they'll throw with Allen.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
To throw, it's Allen.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together.
Rattler wants to throw it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on 1st down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Play action. Now Rattler. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And this offense on third down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here's Rattler. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on third down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it, and were able to keep the drive moving.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Kamara gets it again on second down. And he'll be stopped at the 46, gain of 3.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Rattler. His early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Buffalo's set to get the football back here. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Allen now looks to throw. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Keon Coleman, 41 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Prater on to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Powers through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
From the 34-yard line, here's second and a couple. Now Rattler.
He gets it to Cooks. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage, when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Rattler working out of the gun. There's a short one caught by Johnson.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. 2nd and 6. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now he steps away. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Like it's been this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
They'll go play action here with Rattler.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
But James Cook and the Buffalo offense returning to work now.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
We got it,
Now Allen. That's completed right side to Palmer. And he's out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Buffalo Bills. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Here's Cook again. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing now is Allen. Quick slant to Shakir. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Allen. To the right side here, caught by Kincaid. And he's taken down inside the 30. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now 2nd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. To the shotgun snap to Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride, and I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm, they've been sharp, they've been on it, and they pick up another 1st down there.
And again, it's Allen. He's into the secondary. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Looking to put a drive together. And he'll start with a give to Kamara. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That play could never get started thanks to the defensive effort of Shaq Thompson.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
From the gun, here's Rattler. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 3rd down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
From the shotgun, Rattler. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. T.J. Sanders. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. They'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 103 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They run the counter with Cook. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And this is Cook with the ground. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 26. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
This taken in by Kincaid.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now Allen. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
It's now 3rd down.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. To throw, it's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Keon Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
There's a short one caught by Johnson.
The coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Rattler wants to throw it.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
To the air is Rattler. And this one too low.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he is caught. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
And Rattler, he'll throw again.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Now Rattler. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's Rattler. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Dorian Williams coming in to drop it for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. So they dial up the blitz on 3rd and inches. It pays off.
And frankly, they were probably dialing up a run blitz, expecting him to run it in that situation. But instead, they end up back at the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Beginning the series with a handoff to Cook.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Allen.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And it's fielded at the 34. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
39-yard line.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. Now Rattler. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. So nothing doing there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Rattler. There's Chris Olave.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Olave with his first grab, and he also has a first down.
What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Off the play fake, it's Rattler. That's Olave bringing in another one.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara from 8 yards out.
And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
The Saints will line up.
They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bills offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That's good for a Bills first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Allen now looks to throw. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. They'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
Tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
116 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage. And I think he just wanted to give the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
34-yard line.
Second down and a yard.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance, but that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now Allen. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Isaac Yianum in there to pick it. And the Saints are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Looking to put a drive together.
And there's Cooks in motion right.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll set up a throw.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd down and 12. He'll drop to throw. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. defensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
They'll go. Here's Rattler.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
That's again complete to Palmer.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and a yard.
Now Allen.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Cook up the gut. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
They run it again with Cook. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Allen.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Dalton Kincaid
From 17 yards out.
And the Bills have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Prater on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Saints
So the drive there took 6 plays, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown.
After
the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Quick move by Miller. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Looking to put a drive together. To the air is Rattler. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
A truly all-around great effort against the pass today. First an interception, now getting to the quarterback for the first time in this contest. I think offensively, they just forgot to prepare for him or simply overlooked him in getting ready for this one. Either way, a big mistake, and he's making them pay for it.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.